What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be trying to figure out the brake light issue on my Can-Am Maverick. Let's get to it. So I'm going to try to troubleshoot this, but what I think is happening is when you turn it to the light mode, obviously your lights come on, and these would come on anyway, but when I go to lights off, these are still illuminated, which makes me think that's the brake lights. They're just illuminated. So what I'm going to try to do is go to the pressure switch on the master cylinder, unplug it, and when I unplug it, if those go off, that means the brake lights are stuck on. So that means the pressure switch is bad, or hopefully I can clean out the connector and they'll work. So come on the driver's side of the machine. Your master cylinder is right here. Your pressure switch screws in right here. And there's a copper washer. It screws through this right here, this piece. There's a copper washer right here and a copper washer right here. But what I'm doing first is I'm not going to unscrew all this. I'm going to follow this wire back. And if you look right there where the flashlight's illuminating, that is the connector. I'm going to try to get that unplugged. Let me see if I can get it to focus on that. Okay, there's a clip right in the middle of that connector that's really hard to get, and this is not fun trying to get to. But I'm going to unplug this connector, see if I can clean it out a little bit and plug it back in. Well, I unplugged that sensor and the lights still stayed on, and I noticed that one of the filaments on the bulb is just on. I didn't want to film all that because it seems like a waste of time for me to film that, but I don't think it is the pressure switch. Now I'm just going to try something simple and just get new bulbs, and if that doesn't work, I guess I'm going to have to look into something else, because the pressure switch could still be the problem. The fuses, though, look fine. That relay looks fine. So I'm going to start with something simple and get new bulbs tomorrow and try them out. Maybe the filaments are just bad. Maybe that is the running lights I'm seeing. Not sure. But I will pick the camera back up once I get new bulbs, and if that fixes it, fingers crossed. If not, I gotta dig deeper into this thing. All right, I went and bought some bulbs. They're only about $6, but I just want to narrow down that it's not the bulbs. The bulbs I just took out look fine, but I've seen weirder things before. So, got a bulb in. Okay, so it's definitely not the bulb like I thought. So I ended up buying a brake switch, and hopefully this is the correct one. I just bought a $20 one off Amazon instead of a Can-Am one. I usually like to go back OEM, but on this thing, I'm just gonna see if it does fix the problem, because I am pretty sure if this isn't the problem, I have no idea where to look. So it's got the two washers in there and the connector, and like I said, you got this nut that screws in through this, and your two washers are right here. So I'm gonna unplug the sensor back here, unscrew this. I'm gonna lose some brake fluid. I don't know how much. I think just a little drips. I'm gonna unscrew this, take this off, put the new one in, and we're gonna see if that fixes our problem with the brake lights being stuck on. Before I do anything, I got the sensor unplugged. I wanna make sure that this will plug in to the original. Let's see, which way does this go? Yep, plugs in. So at least I know that plugs in. Now I just got to take off the nut, and it is a 14mm wrench to take off this nut right here. All right, the old one is off. Like I said, there's the, if it gets to focus, there's the washer still on this one. Let me compare the two ends. The two ends are the same, so we are good. Let's plug it up and get it going back on. I need to put, I think I'm going to leave the washer, well, we're already in here, so where is the washer? Well, I'm going to have to put a washer there, so unless it's stuck on here. Nope. Well, I'll put a washer on that side, a new washer on my new one as I drop it. And then I need a washer on the back side of this, which is the hard part. But I should be able to just put this through. Oh, I gotta go through the top so it's not tangled up. There we go, now I have room. Now, put it through here. Man, this is not fun. All right, got it through there. Put the new washer on that side. And we gotta screw this back in there. I need to unplug it and then screw that back in, and we'll try the lights out. New one going on. New one is on, and I'm going to plug it in, and we're gonna test the brakes. All right, guys, the moment of truth. The running lights are on. We need to see if the brake lights flash when I hit the brakes. Oh, they're working. That fixed the problem. It was the brake switch. Awesome. Well, the brake lights work now. All right, I snugged her back up, made sure she was tight, no leaks, and I plugged the connector back in over there, up in its spot. So we're good to go. So in conclusion on the brake switch, I was right and I was wrong. I was right that it was the brake switch causing the problems, but I was wrong about the brake lights being stuck on. The running lights are always on no matter what. So brake switch, we have brake lights now. It's a different day, but I have these little reflectors. I realized I was missing these. I have them coming in the mail today. Gonna pop those on so we'll have the nice back end again. I did realize this is messed up over here. I don't know how that would even happen. I don't know why anyone would have been in there, but I'm gonna have to probably fix this, but we'll get the reflectors on and the back end will be stock again. All right, my reflectors came in the mail. These were $7 on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description because these Can-Ams use these, and I just noticed that this red lens fell off of this one, so I'm gonna have to buy these again so I can replace that. They come in a 2-pack, and there's a hole right here. I'm gonna unscrew this nut off of there and just put it on. It fits perfectly on there, and then we just gotta find the screw hole, and it's a 10mm socket. You don't want to tighten it too tight, obviously, because it's plastic, but I'm just gonna, got it hand tight with the socket. Now I'm just gonna go a little bit with the wrench. There we go. So that one is in, and like I said, on this one, it is kind of broke, but there is a screw that's still holding that housing on, so that's not gonna go anywhere. Go ahead and pop this one on. Here it is with the reflectors. Never thought I'd be happy to see reflectors on something, but I love the dual tail light look. Don't know why Can-Am didn't actually put another tail light right here. One for the running light and one for brake lights. There's a reflector like I'm missing on the other side. This, even though the housing was a little cracked around here, this covers that up and it's in there tight. I'm sure these things just rattle loose and rattle off. As we see right here, that lens fell off of that one. So it'd be helpful to get extras. When I buy the 2-pack again, I'll have an extra one. Well, guys, if you stayed to the end, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I know some of my content can probably be a little boring sometimes, especially this Can-Am content. I'm trying to learn this machine and do all that, but I'm trying to document it and show my little wins and little victories or mess-ups. But anyway, I was able to accomplish this. This is a small win for me. Got the brake lights working, got the reflectors on, so that's an accomplishment for me, and it makes me one step closer to where I want to actually go on my first ride and make sure, you know, everything's working out. My next video, I bought a OEM Can-Am drive belt. I plan on opening up the belt housing and looking in there. Hopefully, I fingers crossed that it looks good in there, and I can put the new belt on. And then my first ride is going to be braking in the belt. I don't know if I'm going to film that because you can't do anything. You really got to just drive it really slowly, lightly, for 30 miles is what it says. So I don't really want to film that. I might film some of that, but I got to do that, and that's what I'm going to be doing in the next video. So like I said, if you stay to the end, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.